Boxing King Media in association with boxer Leo pronounce his surname because I want to get it wrong.
Leo Delange.
Almost French. It's not French, is it?
It's French.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Leo, I've known you a long time from the Ingle days. You're now training with Ben Davison. You've been around a long time. How old are you now?
Getting old, mate. Too old to ask. But I'm still fresh. Don't you worry about that.
You're going to tell us how old you are, or we're going to have to box wreck it?
39.
You're never 39.
I am, yeah.
No way. I genuinely did not. I thought you was going to say like 32, 33. But mate, you've been in the game a long time. Bit of a stop-start career. Where are you at the moment? You know, have you got anything lined up?
Yeah, I'm going to fight in December. I'm looking for a step-up opponent. I had a good fight a few months ago, and now I want to step up an opponent and do a better performance again, and then I want a title early next year.
I think, did you fight for a title a few years back, and was it a draw?
No, I won the title.
You won, didn't you? You won. I remember. Sorry, yeah. Was that in Leicester?
That was back in Sheffield.
This is going great, isn't it? But I know, because obviously we cover a lot of boxing locations, times we forget stuff. But obviously been around a long time. So what have you learned working with Ben Davison?
I've tightened up, been a lot more efficient with my boxing, not like wasting energy and moving around the ring too much. And I've tightened up a lot of my defence. And I'm hitting harder now, more relaxed in there, not wasting no energy. And I can't wait just to get in there again and just to put another good performance.
And you know, everyone around you, your friends, obviously Leigh Wood's known you a long time, everyone wants to see you do well in boxing. Why is that? You know, like, because I know you've got a lot of close friends in boxing, people always speak highly of you. Why do you think that is?
Well, because basically, like, if you become a friend of mine, a true friend, you got a friend for life. Like, for example, with Leigh Wood, you know, he's had like, it's a dream to become world champion, but he had 3 operations before he got there, and everyone was writing him off saying he's finished. And I never lost hope in him, and he never lost hope in himself. And I'd always just like, obviously he was down and that like that, and I always said like, you know, just you can do it, you can still do it, mate. You know, you'll get better after these operations, and you can still make it. And now look at him, he's world champion, he's making loads of money, and all the people that said, he's finished that, they can go fuck themselves.
Mate, I love that. I love that passion. The passion came through in your voice there, and it shows your friendship you've got for him. Just want to get your opinion, Leo, on this whole Conor Benn situation. What do you make of it all now that he's given up his licence yesterday?
I like to say, like, things that don't concern me, I don't want to talk about.
Fair dues, mate. Fair dues. And just confirm your date. Have you got a date?
Yeah, end of December, obviously before Christmas, and then early next year, title fight.
Legend, Leo. Anything else you want to add before I let you go? In fact, I'll just chuck in Leigh there. He just said all the haters that were against Leigh Wood, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. What he said. Yeah. No, look, it's you know what it's like. It's boxing, isn't it? Sometimes fans can be fickle. Not everyone. Sometimes they're quite loyal. Sometimes they're fickle and they jump ship quite quick. But you know, eventually I'll get an opportunity to silence them.
Well, I'm just thinking, rather than doing a separate one with you, I'll just continue talking to you, Leigh, if that's good for you. Obviously, you watched Mauricio Lara's performance at the weekend. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I've seen the stoppage. Same old stuff. The same things he did is the same things we was working on to counteract, which is good to see that nothing's changed, which we didn't think would. But look, it's good, it's dangerous, and if you let him do what he's good at doing, with a hard, short night.
And how do you feel about people questioning, like, your balls in a nutshell? People tried to imply that you've pulled out of the Lara fight because of an injury, but common sense tells me, why would you make the fight in the first place?
He's got balls like fucking coconuts. Ask the girls in Nottingham.
You know, it don't make sense to pick to fight someone to pull out. I can't try and find the sense in it. My biggest payday in my career, in my own city, another full house, complete sellout. My auntie absolutely grafted, and myself selling tickets to refund all them individuals. Absolute nightmare. I actually lost money on it. Look, I don't need to justify. Hopefully, with that, we can make that fight again. The WBA, I think, have ordered me to fight Santa Cruz. I'm not sure who I'm going to fight. I'm not sure what's going to happen. You never know. There's lots of twists and turns in boxing, but personally, I would like the Lara fight to silence my critics and to make a statement which I intended on doing in the first place.
Fair play, mate. But with regards to the whole Santa Cruz situation, it's been going on for ages. Realistically, obviously, you must speak to Eddie every day. What the fuck is happening?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm waiting to stick around here to talk to him and find out what's happening. The WBA ordered some medical reports through the week. They've all been sent. They've got everything they need. I don't know why they needed them, because it was a voluntary, but I'm doing everything I need to do. The injury was it's so frustrating because it was only a small injury. It was a small tear, grade 1, grade 2 tear in my bicep. I tried to persevere. I tried to rest it for 5 days and then spar. It was alright for 3 rounds, and then by round 4, a bit more. Then by round 8, I got a dead arm again. So it was frustrating. It was not an injury that's really bad. I just needed 3 weeks rest. But at the time, I didn't have 3 weeks to completely rest it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to prepare properly to fight Lara. So it was frustrating in that sense. But like I said, the jury requested everything. I sent all the documents from the doctors and my physios. We're just going to wait now to see what we need, see what's going to happen. I think the Santa Cruz situation is probably going to play out, leading towards more that side. But I'm going to talk to Eddie today and find out where, when it's going to happen.
But as a fan looking in, I would much rather, because it's not going to get made any time this year, is it? It's going to be next year, early part of next year. So realistically, if Josh Warrington comes through, Leigh Wood, Josh Warrington, it's a massive British fight, and you'd probably make a lot more money filling the stadium out.
Yeah, for sure. It gives me another crack at world title, but I'm not just going to sit around and give my world title. I worked very hard since I was 12 years old to get that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, boxing's full of twists and turns. I'd love the Lara fight next to silence my critics and make a statement. But Josh Warrington is also a really big fight. So is Santa Cruz. So no matter what happens next, I'm in a big fight. Whether it's in my home city, which I hope it is, fingers crossed, or it's abroad overseas, or it's up in Leeds. Who knows what's going to happen? But hopefully after today, I'll have a bigger insight to what's happening. I'll be able to update all the fans and my followers and haters as well on what's happening next. And I just want to get back out there.
Good man. And just to wrap up, this man here, I introduced him earlier as the most unintentionally funniest person I've met. That'd be quite a fair description of Leo?
It's an accurate description of Leo. I lived with him for a long time. I owe him a lot to where I've got to today. Me and John and Gil both live with Leo in Sheffield. 3 pros, 3 musketeers for a long time. We've had some right laughs over the years, and I'd love to go back and do it all again. But I'm grateful for where I've got to, and a massive thank you to Leo for getting me here as well.
Good man. Leo, any last words before I let you go?
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. December, I'm out again, and then title fight next.
Good man. He told me he's 39. Is he really 39?
Yeah, look, do you know why? Because he don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't gamble, he don't take drugs. He lives a clean life and is always in the gym.
And another thing about that, people are saying about even pointing out he got bottled it, things like that. No one knows, but I don't know, about 10 years ago or a long time ago anyway, before he'd won it, made big money. Yeah, he hurt his shoulder, and the person said, "Oh, why don't you get a new career? Because it's mine. We think you're never gonna be able to box again like that." And he never gave up, and he's had 3 operations, and now he's world champion. So it just shows anyone says shoulda, woulda, coulda. This man, he had so many setbacks and ended up world champion. So any kid coming through, just look at Leigh Wood. He had all these operations, all these things go wrong, and he still ended up world champion. So just look at this man, and if you believe you got the ability and you got the hard work, you can do it. And don't let little things like that are bad things put you off, because you can still make it as long as you're dedicated and hard working.
Go on, Leo. I never expected that, an inspirational speech from Leo. But further to that, like I've told Leigh a few times before, the Gavin McDonald fight, I always bring it up. After that fight, people said he's a quitter, he ain't got any bottle. But mate, he showed bottle, he showed every fucking thing he can show in the ring, and he's a world champion.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what it's about. It's about refusal to give up. If you've got a dream, chase it, regardless of what happens, regardless if you get injured, regardless if you got any money, regardless if you get beat. If you want it bad enough, you go get it no matter what.
On that note, Leigh, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks. Cheers.